you so much for joining me. I'm here with my April Journaling Joy collection. Joy stands for Journal Our Year because I create a collection, a full collection. This is 33 pages every single month for my Ko-fi members. If you're interested in the membership, it's £3 a month. You get access to this collection and all the other collections. I don't limit it to the month you join. You just get access to everything that's a member's item. Okay, plus private videos. Anyway, let's get on. So this collection is called Dorothy. So it's kind of a Wizard of Oz theme. Okay, but I'm concentrating on Dorothy and Dorothy's friendships rather than the whole entire thing. So here's a lovely like collage page here. And the vibe of this collection is I designed it with the intention of it looking like a children's storybook. So very different from some of my other collections, which are very opulent and, you know, fantastical. This is made to look hopefully, when we've got our journal together or whatever we make, it'll look like a children's storybook. Right. So all of these images are vintage, the genuine vintage images from the original book that I've extracted and hand coloured. I've even put Dorothy in a gingham dress. That process took me forever and 10 weeks. But I didn't want to use AI. So there we go. Grungy background, washi tape that I've created, these fantastic clusters. I just love it. Now, because I have only used the vintage images and clusters that I've created and not AI, you will see a repeat of some of the clusters, just in different formats. Okay, that's just how it is if you're not using AI. You've got to use your imagination a bit more, in my opinion. So here I've got quite a lot of blank space here because I do like you to have room for writing. If you follow me, you'll know that I do what I call functional journals. They are for writing in or memory keeping in. They're not just to sit collecting dust looking pretty. We want to use them. Okay, we want to gift them, we want to sell them, we want people to put their memories in these books. Right. So there we go. We've got the Good Witch Glinda there, who's a random fairy princess that I found. I just love it. I just love it. Okay. And you can see I've used this cluster again. So this washi here, I even made the little castle and everything that's on there. We've got this lovely background, which looks like it's been stenciled and stamped and whatever. It's lovely. It's really lovely. It's something very different. So hopefully the members will like it. I think you need to put it together in a journal to see the full potential. So check out the playlist linked in the description box below, because all of the videos that I do I will put on that playlist, and I'll show you what to do with this collection. Beautiful. And obviously the florals are poppies, and there's another one a little bit plainer, and there's another one, and there's another one. So they're all different but using the same images. Okay, we've got the Emerald City there. And just here we've got some red glitter as a nod to the ruby slippers. So this is a centre spread. This is meant to represent like Kansas and the tornado coming. And we've got the witch here, and that's the only witch you'll see in this collection. I don't like the witch. I don't like the witch, and I don't like the flying monkeys. They gave me nightmares as a child, and I'm not a big fan of witches altogether. So I've given the witch a nod there, and that's the only time she's getting, because she frightens me and I don't like her. So I've concentrated on the friendships between, you know, Dorothy and the lion, the scarecrow, the tin man, the dog, even the wizard and Glinda. Okay, so that's what we're focusing on. So split journal pages, love these, so that when you put it in your journal, you've got one on one side and one on the other. Superimposed with original book pages that I've changed, altered, cleaned up and turned blue. And there's another one. Split journal pages in the pale gingham that I've used in the background. It is a pale blue. It kind of looks grey, but it's a pale blue. And I like these because then when you fold them, you've got the border all the way around on both sides. Plain pages are brilliant. Saves you tea dyeing and coffee dyeing. You can print them double-sided. These are the pages that you would decorate. You wouldn't decorate, you know, put a pocket or a flip or a tuck on a page like that. You wouldn't bother. So that's what these pages are for, writing and decorating. So we've got the pale blue that has come from Dorothy's dress. We've got yellow to represent the yellow brick road, and we've got red to represent the ruby slippers. Then I've done a full one in the blue and the red in the gingham. Okay. I've done a yellow brick road paper. And then we've got this one. So you might think, oh, they're a bit weird, but in your clusters, and you'll see I've used these papers in and amongst, okay, for accents. And I was thinking, if you're doing a card or a mini album or a folio, these kind of pattern papers are invaluable, okay? And they really do make the rest of the images pop, okay? So where you've got plain here, when you put this at the side of these, it makes it pop. And as you can see, children's storybook, that's the kind of vibe I'm going for. So we've got the brick road, we've got this emerald sitter, and then just this. I just love this, it's just fun, okay? Then I've done a glitter paper. Now I've printed this on standard, and it does look a little bit flat, but it'll be perfect for cutting strips or putting under clusters. If you want that to be sharper and look more glittery, use matte photo paper, okay? Unless you've already added this in case somebody hasn't got any glitter paper, really, but it's just fun. Collage, so every single one of these little individual images have been taken from the book pages, cleaned up and placed on that collage. I think it's lovely. This is perfect. Pockets, tags, you can make envelopes out of it. It doesn't matter what orientation you do it in. It's fabulous. Another plainer one there and a light one. So I've done light and dark because some people might like dark and some people might like light. But together as well, you know, the contrast on each other, so they look fab. Washy. So I've created these completely from scratch with my own two hands. So what you do here is you just cut down the middle of the fatter line, okay, to split, so that you've got the same spotty border at each side. I think you know what I mean, don't you? Okay, so here we've got friendship, the little castle, Dorothy and the lion, and then this one is on the yellow brick road, that's spotter. Dotter, and then you can see the green star paper there, so you can see how it all kind of goes together. It looks lovely. You've always got to trust me, I know what I'm doing. I don't, I'm winging it. So yeah, just cut down the middle, okay, beautiful. Embellishments, I love making embellishments. This collection has taken me the best part of 3 weeks. I don't normally spend that long making a digital collection, but I just couldn't, because I was restricting myself to just using vintage images. I was struggling a bit. And then I made these and it all just fell into place, and I love these. So these are 4x5 journaling cards. They're quite large. Original book pages. All I've done is brightened them a little bit. So those are the original colours, okay? I've added some inking round, little banner, stitching. There's 4 stitching there. I just love them. I think they're fab. Couple of little words there, okay, and then this one I've made library cards because it's a children's storybook, library cards. And obviously I've done 4 the same because you can cut one in half, layer it on the top of there, and it makes a pocket. You've got some little banners. I love making these banners or flags, whatever you want to call them. Some people call them pennants. Is it pennants? I don't know if that's an American term. I call them banners, okay, with the little images on. Beautiful. Poppies, beautiful. I've not done heaps, but there's enough. And I make my embellishments about 2.5 to 3 inches wide, and I do them quite large on purpose so that they are bold focal statements. We don't want piddly little things getting lost on a page. I want something large, especially if you're doing a folio or a mini album. But if you want to incorporate them into smaller clusters, print your pages 2 to a page. It'll shrink them down. You'll have 2 sets. You can fussy cut to your heart's content and have them smaller. I love this. You could just cut that out. You could just fold over a little bit at each side, and that is a little tuck immediately. How beautiful. Or, you know, layer it on whatever. Again, I'm thinking of folios and mini albums there, but in a journal you could turn it that way to make a pocket, or you could run it down the page that way, down a belly band or something like that. Yeah, okay, use your imagination. Love these. Love them, love them, love them. So we've got the balloon, we've got the mechanical heart, we've got his diploma there, and I've put diploma of ours. We've got the red sparkly shoes. We can't say ruby slippers. Okay, red sparkly shoes. Ruby slippers, the concept of ruby slippers was only in the MGM film. It wasn't in the original book. And because they're in the MGM film, the concept of ruby slippers is actually under copyright. In the original book, I think the shoes were silver. So we've got to be careful. So these are not ruby slippers, they're red sparkly shoes. You do have to be very careful not to confuse the film and the book. The book is public domain, the film is under copyright. That's why there's not a long winding yellow brick road in my collection, because that concept belongs to the film, picture-wise, okay? Right, courage for the lion and an invite to the emerald ball. These are the clusters that I've used in the collection, the main clusters, okay? I've missed one out, actually. I've missed out the one. Oh, no, it's there. So you can use them as tucks or pockets, make clusters out of them, shrink them down to a page, but those are the main focal images that I've used to create the whole entire collection, okay? You've got the key to the Emerald City, Dorothy, bows, no butterflies in this collection, guys, which is rare for me, but if we don't have butterflies, we have bows, and vice versa, okay? Sometimes we have both, but we always have either bows or butterflies as embellishments. It's the Amanda law, and I do like bows. Okay, so you've got some more bows there. Those are mirror image if you want to glue them back to back. Okay, we've got Dorothy. She will glue back to back. And you've got the wonderful Wizard of Oz wording and some of the other characters there. Okay, then we've got some large tags that I've created using the papers and some Dorothy-inspired words, somewhere over the rainbow, friendship, be yourself, dare to dream, etc. Okay, so 33 pages of absolute beautifulness. Hopefully you like it and you can understand that it's there's no AI in here. It's all vintage and it's meant to look like a children's book. I'm going to be making a journal, and if I have time, a folio mini album type thing. So make sure you're following the playlist in the description box below, because all videos relating to this collection will go on that playlist. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. I hope you like my Dorothy collection. I think she's fabulous. I can't wait to start creating with it. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.